Hey guys, Marissa from MW Astrology, and this is tomorrow evening's new moon in Virgo. We know it's a new moon because the sun and the moon are meeting up at 11 degrees of Virgo. And so new moons are a time for a reset. They're a time to plant seeds. They're a time to set intentions for the next moon cycle, and the intentions are best when they're connected to the themes of Virgo. So let's talk about that a bit. Virgo is an earth sign. Earth signs are very much dialed into the physical. They are practical, they are reality focused, they are grounded, and earth signs experience life through the body. There's a lot of body sensitivity, body connection in earth signs. For Virgo in particular, it's very much about the digestive system. Virgo's tendencies or qualities are analytical and detail-oriented. Virgo breaks things down and makes them work better. I mean, that's the Virgo superpower, right? It's always kind of dialed into what's not working at its optimum. What can be changed? How can we make this way of moving through the world, this way of meeting our responsibilities and taking care of the tasks of work and life and family, how can we make them flow a little bit more efficiently? How can we perhaps get rid of the superfluous, get rid of the extra stuff, and fine-tune things so that they're working as the best they can be? That's Virgo's focus. That's Virgo's purpose, right? They organize things. They make things efficient, right? And so this is the time of the cycle, of an astrological cycle, as we're moving into Virgo season proper, that look at the way that you handle the responsibilities of your life. Are you overwhelmed? Are you engaged? Are you trying to juggle too many things? Are you scattered? Are you unfocused? Are you looking for distractions? Those would be kind of negative Virgo expressions. What's your environment like? Virgo energy requires a peaceful, calm environment. So if there's a lot of frenetic rushing, if there's a lot of chaotic prioritization and getting taken off your focus to deal with the crisis management, that's not going to fly during Virgo season. Digestion takes time. And when you try to stuff too much food into your body, you don't feel well. When you try to stuff too many things on your to-do list, your Virgo, and we all have Virgo, is going to rebel. When Virgo rebels, the lower expression of Virgo is that hypercritical voice. Right, so the upside of Virgo, the positive expression of Virgo, is that organizing, efficient, detail-oriented, analytical. I see where we're going wrong and I see where we can fix things and make them flow better. That's Virgo at its best. But when Virgo is overwhelmed, when Virgo is not at its best, Virgo becomes this hypercritical, anxiety-ridden expression, because there is so much fear about getting it right, about making sure I've taken into account all of the details, that they start to micromanage, or the energy, I should say, starts to play defense. And Virgo energy can get tied into analysis paralysis. So we want to make sure that the environment, because again, earth signs tied into the physical, tied into the space, the environment in which you're operating is calm, is at a reasonable pace. And if it's not, start there, cleaning up, decluttering. What does your workspace look like? What does your home space look like? Because if it's clogged up, environment reflects consciousness. You're not going to be able to access those Virgo energies as clearly and cleanly as you would to be helpful, to be optimized. Virgo in its lower expression brings out the inner critic because it can be harsh and because it can look so much for what's wrong that that voice in your head kind of undermines your confidence, undermines your sense of yourself. So your inner critic is something that might be coming to the fore during this Virgo season, telling you all the things that you've done wrong in the past. And it's going to sound like you, even though it may be using the words of someone from your past who had an influence on your confidence. When you start to notice yourself constricting, when you start to notice feeling small, feeling bad, perhaps that knot in your stomach or a tightening in your throat, those are all signs that your inner critic is needing to be reeled in. Okay? And instead, bring out your inner coach, because your inner coach knows how amazing you are and is very happy to remind you of it, very happy to expand your energy. When you're dealing with your inner coach, the questions are more of, how can we make this work? You've done this before. Remember in the past, what processes did you use? What procedures did you use? How did you approach it? It's new beginnings, right? Applying old successes and patterning to new beginnings in new ways. This new moon is opposite Saturn in Pisces. Pretty tight opposition. Oppositions show the need to balance two complementary yet opposing forces. So Saturn in Pisces, Saturn is kind of like the poster boy for the critic, right? Saturn is that authoritarian figure who holds you to the highest possible standard. And Saturn doesn't let you get away with anything. It knows what you're capable of, and it'll push and prod and kind of shake you up to bring out the very best in you. That's the goal of Saturn. That's the energy of Saturn, but it can come across as that inner critic. It can come across as really harsh and judgy. But now it's in Pisces, and by the time planets get to Pisces, they've made their way around the whole astrological circle, and they have a certain amount of compassion in them. So Saturn here is about balancing self-compassion, balancing that awareness that you really are doing the best you can. And if maybe you're not, we got to look and see if you're overwhelmed. We got to look and see what needs to be brought back into balance. Okay? But access this sense of self-compassion, because that is how you work through the self-critic that can come out at this time. So, what are you spending your time on? What is your overall larger purpose? When you see the bigger picture, Pisces is about the bigger picture, then Virgo's superpower can be, okay, now we can make all of the details work towards achieving that bigger picture or supporting that bigger picture. We just came off Mercury retrograde in Virgo and Leo. You were shown insights, you were given opportunities during that time to determine how the structures, how the patterns of your life are flowing or not flowing, and are they serving your heart's desire? That was the point of that Mercury retrograde. So those insights that you received then about possible changes that needed to be made, repatterning that needed to occur, now's the time to do that. This is the new moon in Virgo. Plant your seeds. Establish a clear intention of your purpose and how you're going to feel as you move forward to it. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I am now on Substack, so if you would like to get the written posts directly to your email, kindly go to mwastrology.substack.com and you can sign up for the blog posts and they'll come directly to you. They're also on Facebook. Website is in the very final stages, so I'm super excited about that, and I will be making an announcement before the end of the month. And happy September, and take really good care of yourselves.